Almost all the information about the Niger fire spitter comes from a single email from a man whose servant saw it. This makes the whole incident nothing more than a rumor. I found this story on Paranormal Strange Fandom website. I have no idea where this story originates, and I gotta be honest with y'all, I don't care enough to try to dig to try to find that out, and I honestly don't think it matters. However, one fact that makes the story more believable is how the man learned of the creature. The man who sent the email was well educated, but his servant was not. Once he drew the outline of a brontosaurus-like dinosaur and showed it to him, do you know this animal, expecting either an embarrassed no, or I saw it in school or on TV or something similar. Instead, he snapped, excited, yes, I know it, but it is not like that. Needless to say, I was surprised by his reaction. What do you mean it's not like that? I saw it, but it has spines on its back, and he gestured to show me. He then came to my desk and scribbled on the paper to show me the spines. He drew a kind of crest on the back of my dino. He was agitated and started telling me the following story. They took the life of one in my place, Harlot, 15 years ago. The soldiers took his life. Nobody knows where it came from, maybe from the mines, but also some people said it was because of the earthquake. There was an earthquake, or maybe it's the thunder that hit the ground, I don't know, but then there was a huge crack in the ground, wide. Somebody could not jump across, very long, maybe 1 kilometer. Anyway, people were afraid, and there was this animal, some shepherds saw it, in the bush. It was attacking their flocks. They were afraid because they had never seen something like that. They ran and they called the soldiers. The animal was spitting fire. He would hunch his back, and all the spines would stand. They were sharp, and he would lower his neck, and he was spitting fire. The soldiers took its life, and they took it to the regional government building because they wanted everybody to see it, to see that it was no longer alive, because people were afraid and were talking too much, and they refused to go to the mine to work. My servant said, I saw it there with my eyes. Nobody had ever seen something like that. Then they started looking for the monster because they said that it was small and there may be a mother around. They called the French people from the mining company, and they said they knew the animal, but that this was not possible, that they did not exist in Africa. One of them took a lot of pictures. I knew him, and he told me that this animal was laying eggs like a chicken, and that he would sit on top of the hatch. They looked all over the place, the bush and in the Sahara, maybe for 1 month, but they did not find anything. After the soldiers even said it was forbidden to talk about it because people were restless about it. Some left the place, some refused to work, and the soldiers did not want unrest. I was more than surprised, and all along he was sounding so true, so sure of what he was saying, that I asked him more details on the animal. Again, he was just telling them out as a first-person thing without the slightest hesitation, as citing names of people who were there when this happened. Even the elders did not know what it was, but if you came to Arlet, there was one of my neighbors. He is now retired, but he was among the soldiers who took it down. He can tell you. And Cater, he saw it too. Sewell, no, not Sewell, he was there, but he was afraid. He did not come to see. And the white man, they were looking at it, and they were talking and saying that it was not possible, and taking pictures. A lot of people came, even from the government. What do you mean by a crack in the ground? There was a crack, very long, very deep. You could not see the bottom.